Welcome to Wifey Wednesdays. Thanks for joining me in my backyard. Today we're going to go over a little bit of what I think to be foreshadowing in the flesh and blood world. I found what I thought to be some foreshadowing when I was doing some card sorting in the office of Crucible of War. So a little background, Crucible of War was released back in August of 2020, and we are now in July of 2022. The first card that I came across that struck me as odd was the card Chokeslam. The card's a guardian card, and he appears to be on a beach in what I thought to be potentially in a battle with a form of a dragon. Now, when I asked the Twitter community, some people said, oh, it looks like maybe a sandworm. Someone even said it looked like the Loch Ness Monster. I'm not quite sure if it was Nessie or not. But it did have the opening to make you think this might be a foreshadow of the dragons to come, since it was 2 years prior to the release of Uprising. The other card I found was Out for Blood. A very strange card indeed, but this card itself was of a warrior holding a severed head, but if you look to the right back side of the card, you would see a white creature which appeared to have wings in the body of a dragon. So did that warrior just behead a dragon on the card Out for Blood? The other thing to note about that card is that the dragon, or the potential dragon seen in that card, was not one of the ones that you could match up to any of the dragons released in Uprising. It didn't look the same, it didn't have the same body shape, or any of the ridges that appeared to be on its back did not look the same. Some of the other research I've been doing is reading up on the lore book and trying to get through the entire lore book. There's a lot to get through. What I noticed in the lore book is there's some professions that have not been represented yet in Flesh and Blood, and one of the ones that caught my eye when it came to Crucible of War was Necromancer. Necromancy itself has not been represented in any of the heroes that we have in any current set. In Crucible of War, there are several cards in the set that are showing what appear to be different forms of zombies or monsters and creatures raised from the dead. So the question is are they foreshadowing one of the next sets coming out with a necromancer hero? I've only so far gotten through Crucible of War as far as looking into the cards to see if there's any more foreshadowing, but I can't wait to explore the other sets to see what I find. I don't know if we're in for another hero that has anything to do with necromancy anytime soon, but I can't wait to find out. Come back next week for more Wifey Wednesday. Maybe we'll discuss some Uprising. We might even be discussing an announcement of Worlds by that time. I hope to see you then.